Okay, so now it's time to reinstall the exit valve cables here. So first I'm going to install the silver one, which is going to be the top one. So it's just going to simply go right here. There we go. And then I'll reach up in the bike here and pull it up some so it's out of the way where it's supposed to be. Looks like it may have pulled too tight for me to do it that way, so let me see if I can do it the other way. Yeah, that worked. Okay, now I'll do the other cable, the black one, which is going to be the bottom one. So for this one, I'll definitely have to put this in first. There we go, so it doesn't look like I can put that straight on there. So now I'm taking off the pulley here so I can get both of the cables into their home here. Now I can put that spring back on and hopefully get the cables here back on. There we go. Now just snug that up. So you want the cables to have about 1.5 millimeters of free play, and that's about right. So I'll call that good on this. And lastly, we're just going to reinstall the guard here. Okay, so now that's installed.
So up next, I'm going to start reinstalling some of the handlebar controls and gauges and other things in the front of the bike. I'm going to start with the gauge cluster so I can get this front wiring harness back in. It just kind of slides through these three little grommets right here. Pretty straightforward on that. And then has a washer and a 10 millimeter bolt here. Well, it's not 10 millimeter, but the nut's 10 millimeter. These don't have a torque spec, so I'm just going to get them reasonably tight. There we go. So that's mounted up now. Okay, so up next I'm going to go ahead and reinstall this rectifier and rectifier bracket. It just goes right here and has a single 10 millimeter bolt there. This will help me guide where some of the cables go. With this rectifier cable comes out and goes backwards kind of along right here with the rest of the cables. So it ends up right about there. Okay, then this cable is just going to plug in right back here, basically. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and reinstall that rectifier bracket. It just goes right here. Okay, then that wire just, rectifier wire goes under it, then follows the rest of the cables. It just follows the rest of the cables back here. And then we'll plug in right here to this one. So then that one will also go up in there, just like that. Along with the one under it that's gonna go to the front harness. It goes along under here as well. So all those end up getting tied right here at the base. So it's like right there. Okay, so now it's time to go ahead and install the front harness. I went ahead and popped the headlights on here so I can kind of see where it goes. I've seen a couple different ways this harness is supposed to go, but it seems the correct way is it goes down in there kind of like that. So I'll go ahead and get it in here. Then this piece of the harness goes up through here. Just like that. And this piece will plug in here. Put the little boot on here. Don't want anything getting in there. Then this runs right along the bottom and plugs in right here to the main harness. That's gonna go right there. Headlights just plug in right here like this. And this will go right around here once I find the clip for it. I think it's probably supposed to go over here like this. Oh, not down there. This will be held up by the bodywork once it's in here, and I get some zip ties on it. Okay, so up next, I'm gonna go ahead and start reinstalling the brakes here. Go like that outward. So that's the one for this side. Okay, these are gonna be torqued down to 40 Newton meters. I'll do the other side. Now it's going to be torqued down just like the other side to 40 Newton meters. I decided to go ahead and go with a bit of Loctite on these bolts. It doesn't specifically say, but you know, I don't want my brakes falling off. So I'm going to fix all the other ones too. Okay, up next I'll go ahead and reconnect this bracket right here. It's going to go right up here like that. And put just a bit of Loctite on this one too, just to keep it from falling off. Okay, there's that one. Then we'll go on the other side and do the same thing. Okay, so now I'm going to install this middle part. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and put the brake master cylinder on the handlebars here. This thing is going to be its final place, but I'm just going to get it on here. So I continue putting the rest of the handlebar stuff on. It should go right around here though. Here the blade does. Okay, so next here, I'm gonna go ahead and reinstall the throttle cable and switch pack on this side. So there's a little detent in here that corresponds with that hole right there. I'm not sure if you can see it. So it goes in right there. Okay, now I got the throttle where it goes, so I'm gonna go ahead and move the brake to its kind of final position, which should be in quite a bit from where it is right now. Okay, so the cables are gonna go right through here, kind of where this switch harness goes. And they just kind of go under the everything here. So now the throttle cables are down in there. Hopefully you can see that, but they're right there. They just come straight through. They can go under this coolant right here. And then these two, which are the handlebar switches, go into it right there. And they go under the coil packs and then out to where they meet this part right here.